Sound check. Sound check.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was fun.
You know what helps with sound check is when your headphones are plugged into your laptop. Typically, that helps. I don't know. I've heard allegedly.
Yeah, they're just rumors.
Rumors.
They can't be corroborated.
Also, my computer's toxic and has reset my default browser to Yahoo.
Oh, what? Why?
Some people just want to watch the world burn, apparently. Raise your hand if you use Yahoo as your default browser. Nobody.
No.
Colombia? Nobody. Just saying.
Even they're like...
Even they're judging me hard. They're like, no, we don't do that.
Big eyes. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Good morning.
Welcome to the Full Volume Podcast.
Oh.
We are your sloth babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Harvey, Brent.
I'm G.I. Jolie.
And we're coming at you live again with Miss Marvel episode 4. Marvel's highest rated show, but apparently its lowest watched show. Query.
What?
Why? Who?
Why is the fandom so toxic?
Mm-hmm. Do we actually know why it's the lowest watched show? Is it like a cape fatigue or is it like good old fashioned racism?
Oh, I feel like it might be both.
Oh, okay. A little column A, a little column B.
Yeah, and now we're treading into comic book territory that it's kind of like a new generation. I put Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan kind of in the same sort of pocket as Miles Morales and Squirrel Girl. There's just this new there are new interpretations of these characters. Oh, like Riri, who is Ironheart. There are these new interpretations that people are accusing of being Marvel of being woke or catering to the woke masses. It's troubling. Oh, did I lose you? Oh,
I'm here. Are you here?
I am.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe there's a lot of discourse right now that unfortunately maybe people, there's also just like a lot going on in the world. I don't think people are really in the celebratory mood. And also it's summer. And I feel like people aren't watching as much TV maybe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors maybe working against this show.
Yeah. We were really going outside for the last 2 years, and now we're really, really going outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some people are just like they're going outside and then just leaving their homes for weeks.
Yeah.
And if hotels would just let me plug a freaking Chromecast into the TV, this would all not be a problem. Have you ever tried?
I've not.
It's an act of terrorism.
Oh shit.
Shadow banned.
Spotify takes us off. No longer the 64th most listened show in Colombia.
No. We've been disappeared in Colombia. Oops. Oh, okay.
Well.
So this episode is called
Seeing Red.
Wait, what? Like the Panda movie?
It's called Seeing Red, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm also confused. I realize now I'm confusing it with the name of this week's episode of the Orville too. It's like, wait, I thought it was called A Tale of Two. Oh wait, no, that's different.
You can hear more about that on Moreville Orville.
Oh yes. Next week Jeff will be on, or this week's episode about
Jeffany?
Episode. Yeah.
Oh.
He has so many feelings and thoughts about the Orville. My phone explodes the day of the episode airs.
I did notice it. I never watched the Orville, but I have made an express interest to Jason to watch it because it is on Disney Plus. So it's like, oh, we should watch it, and we just haven't gotten around to it because we don't really watch too much TV.
No, because
I struggle to keep up with MCU at this point. That's all I watch.
Yeah. And yeah, maybe that's another reason why people aren't like watching so much. It just seems like there's a lot happening.
Hmm.
Yeah. Between and then Thor comes out next week.
I
Like
don't
this
think I'm
kind
gonna
of
see it opening night.
no. Like I am gonna try because like we're gonna review it for the show, but oh
Yeah, of
god, thank
course.
God drive-in movie theaters are open again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
drive-in movie
really
theaters are sweet.
yeah, I was like really worried about the winter and I don't know. I'm still masking in highly populated indoor areas, but I feel like I'm the only one inside with a mask on now.
I definitely wear it at the grocery stores and stuff. Yeah, like highly populated areas. There's very few places that I don't wear it. I've definitely gone into buildings without it, but normally I
Mhm.
do wear the mask.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm even going near a Walmart parking lot, it's
Hmm.
on.
Oh my God, Walmart, it's a cesspool. There's new variants being created in your local Walmart as we
Mhm.
speak.
They're just festering in the yarn aisles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those old ladies just.
Yeah. Just in there coughing up a storm, creating, they're brewing.
Oh.
Yeah. Their modern witchcraft is creating new variants as we speak. Oh
Well,
my
speaking of witchcraft,
oh yes. Okay. So in this episode, Kamala. Wait, did we have something else to talk about first? No.
oh, that was a very loose and lazy transition for me to talk about Kamala as a Noor, as a
Okay.
Jinn. That was me trying to segue. Did it work? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let us
No.
know in the comments.
Feel free to yell at us. We're fine with it. We can
Hmm.
take it.
Can we?
Our combined thick skins are like rhinoceri.
Mm.
Wait, that's not the plural of rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Sis.
Rhinoceros. I think it'd be rhinoceri.
Together, we are Rocksteady. Was Rocksteady the rhinoceros, or was it Bebop?
It was Bebop, wasn't it?
Oh, together we're Bebop,
How,
but without
how?
the studded leather jacket. Or maybe we do have it. I don't know.
It is rhinoceri. Good
Oh,
call. You did it.
all right. Second grade Jolie learning plurals is cheering inside wherever that is. Okay, so in last week's episode, the Bengal produced a vision of a train,
Hmm.
and her grandma from who is in Karachi was like, "Did you see
Nani.
it?" Yeah, Nani was like, "Did you see it? Did you see it? You have to come." So I was like, "Okay, how is she gonna convince her mother that they like now need to go to Karachi?"
I never like quite landed on that either. Were they explicit with it?
They just said it. Her grandmother finally called mom
Hmm.
and was like, "You should come here and bring
Now. Yeah.
Kamala." Yeah, bring Kamala. Uh, and she was like, "Okay, here we come."
But also, like, okay, that first scene on the airplane. What? Why did they have to have someone sit in between them? What was the effectiveness of that?
I think that airplane scenes where like people who can't get seats together even though they're traveling together and they're separated by the person in the middle are like played for laughs.
Yeah, it was just it did not land for me. I'm sorry. It was
No,
weird.
yeah, they could have just been sitting beside each other. But then it makes you think. The only thing that it did do successfully was I was like, oh God, did she just get on a plane to freaking India? Pakistan? I keep saying that. Oh, I've just been reading about partition
Well,
because I have never known. But like, I was like, oh, cool. She got on a plane alone,
yeah.
and then it
Yeah,
makes
I
you think
guess.
that because she's just a loose cannon.
Right. Yeah, okay. Maybe that was the intent of it, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was weird. It felt a little ham-fisted, but
it
the way
did.
you're explaining it, I don't know. It makes it somewhat better.
It makes it somewhat better, and then you realize that her mother is there, and then it's like, oh, okay, and then you go, oh wait, how did she convince her mother? So the plot line of her mother and Nani not talking does a lot of heavy lifting up until this point, apparently. Like a lot of
Hmm.
background heavy lifting that we didn't know about.
Moms and daughters. Shit's
Yeah,
complex.
yeah. So they are at
But
oh,
I don't me.
I'm losing you.
Hello. What is
Oh,
going on with my internet today?
there we go.
Who's in charge here?
It's not start.ca, is it? No, it's Wednesday.
Uh, no, but you know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna take us closer to my router, even though I never have problems here, but
Mhm.
hey. Anyways, continue on, Jolie.
It's the weekend and everybody is at home. There's never been a problem up until this point, which is weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Sorry. Continue.
Now Brent is literally sitting on top of the router, so there shouldn't be any issues.
I nested on it like a hen.
Yeah, one of those glorious soft hens. Okay, so they touch down in Karachi. She is taken out to see the sights by her
Hmm.
cousins at first, and then they're staying with Nani. So mom kind of is with Nani the whole time, and they patch things while they're patching things up. Kamala is still sneaking out of the house to like do stuff, but it's easier here somehow because mom thinks that she's with her cousins when really she is with, is his name Amir?
Kareem, but
Kareem. Okay, that's it.
the reason she is with Kareem is because she goes off by herself to investigate the Karachi train station, which she saw in the vision.
Yes.
And that's when Kareem intercepts her and he thinks that she's a clandestine. And they have a weird fight. It was I I was furrowing my brow as the fight was happening because there was a lot of like repartee back and forth between them, um, which was a bit weird. And then he like basically like he's trying to attack her and kill her, but then all of a sudden the train station guards come and he's like, "Come with me." But I realized he realized that she is not a clandestine, but she has the bangle. So
Yes.
he, of course, that's why he would go after her because he thought she was clandestine because of the bangle, but she's not. And so now that makes sense. I was like, at first though, I was furrowing my brow. I was like, what? This makes no sense, but it does.
Hmm.
I'm the idiot. But Kareem takes Kamala to the Red Dagger's hideout, and so the Red Dagger, it's almost like a name bestowed upon someone, right? That they become that warrior.
Hmm.
And Kamala learns from their leader Waleed that the clandestines they're trying to break the veil of Nur. So that's when he brings down the map and he's like, "This is our dimension, this is theirs," and it switches. That was pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It was
Just
very it's very explanatory. It made it very easy
we
to
love
figure.
a good exposition.
Yes. A good CGI, glittering purple and, you know, pastel colors.
We love pastel colors. We do.
Yes.
But the Veil of Nor separates that Jinn dimension from the human world, and so the Jinns are trying to expand and do a takeover, and apparently the Red Daggers are trying to stop that takeover.
Yeah.
That's what we learn. So it's
So
just your typical story of warring factions across dimensions.
just a good old fashioned war story.
A tale as old as time, really.
Yeah. So they kind of are training her to better use her powers.
Yes,
Sort of.
and that was another thing too that like again I keep saying the word ham-fisted, and maybe I just have fisting on the brain, but like the way that they just the next time that they meet, they're just like doing like an almost like a training montage, and I'm like, that was quick. You don't have more questions? Like it was very felt very streamlined and maybe too efficient.
Yeah.
I don't know. There is some things missing this week for me, if you can't tell already from my scrupulous nature.
You can take the girl out of Toronto Pride, but you can't take the girl.
She's proud. She's proud to catch things that bother her.
So, while they're montaging slash training her to use her powers
Kinda,
again.
yeah.
Oh, and then not to mention that during the fight in the train station, she suddenly has this really amazing grasp over her power that she never had before.
As these things happen out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Whatever the story needs, Jolie.
Yeah. So the Jinn are were they locked up after the Eid party
Okay,
and they've
don't get me
escaped?
started on this ridiculousness of them like walking in black jumpsuits, shackled to the ceilings, and like they break free. But whatever, fine. They break free from this American secure, penitentiary. I think it was Department of Damage Control.
Yeah.
And the next time we see them, and I was like doing the timelines in my head, I'm like, how did you make it to Pakistan that quick? Unless they dimension
Hop?
hopped?
Yeah, maybe.
But like, no, aren't they stuck in their dimension though? Or they're stuck in our dimension, aren't they?
Yes.
Or am I wrong? Am I erroneous?
No, they're here in our dimension.
So that's what didn't make sense to me. I'm like, how the did you end up in Pakistan so quickly?
Yeah, maybe they have access to a private jet, but still, like, it's still almost a
It's
24-hour flight.
it's too quick, Jolie. They ended up there too quick.
Yeah. And uh they leave one behind. What's his name again?
Oh, it's the one that she has a crush on, whom I
Oh,
cannot remember.
I called him not her cousin because, like,
Kamran.
that's it. And I
Kamran.
was like, he's got a rapper's name. What's his name?
But wasn't it Kamran's? I forget her name. Oh gosh, what's her name? The leader of the clandestines, Najma. Yeah, Najma's the one that leaves Kamran behind. But I thought Najma was Kamran's.
Mother.
But now I'm wondering if she is, or if that was just their cover.
Yeah, like maybe she's like everyone's mother, like the way that RuPaul is everyone's
I
mother.
was just gonna say that. Call me mother. Oh no!
Yeah.
Apparently, Kamran is her son.
Ooh, that's cold.
That's cold,
Well,
girl.
he made his choice.
He's a 17-year-old boy. Like what? Ugh.
He's a 17-year-old Jin.
True. Who's actually lived longer than 17 years, I guess.
This is his punishment for warning Kamala.
Youth is wasted on the young. Anyways,
Yes. Okay. Back to the recap.
the clandestines. So they escaped the Department of Damage Control's Supermax prison in America, and so
They
Kamala is training with the Red Daggers to master her powers, but they're interrupted by the clandestines out of fucking nowhere. So I will say though, the chase scene was great. I do love a good set piece, and this was a set piece. This was a sequence, and it was great. It was a great use of like Karachi as an environment, something we haven't really seen before. I guess like the closest we've seen, like I don't think the MCU has been to India. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think where they've been to Madripoor, but they definitely have not been to Pakistan. So this was just like a nice, different set piece. And I appreciated the pastel colors. I appreciated the culture. I mean, that's not what you're supposed to be focusing on. You're supposed to be focusing on the action, but I couldn't help it. It was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Well, go ahead.
I was like, no, never mind. Iron Man was in Iraq.
Iron Man was in Iraq. And Captain America Civil War was in Ghana, somewhere in Africa. I can't remember. The beginning, they had the explosives in Africa.
Okay, yeah. So we've never been to India or Pakistan.
No, we have not. So the chase ensues, and this is another story decision I was kind of scratching my head at. But Waleed gets killed by Najma.
Yes.
And like they were kind of like setting him up to be like their mentor. But like, I'm sorry, like he died too quickly for that to have been effective. Like we had like 2 scenes with him before this.
Yeah, and
Pardon? Are you Drew Barrymore in Scream? Like, what are you?
how dare you just flop?
You flop. That's a flop era. Like, you were, I don't know. I was trying to get attached to this new character you introduced at the beginning of the episode, and you made him seem like a big deal. He gave us all this exposition, and you just killed him. It feels weird. I mean, if you want to kill him, sure, but like in the same episode, you don't want to like stretch that to the end. I don't know. I don't know.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a little sudden.
A lot has been a lot for me lately, but I was like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait. Isn't he supposed to, like isn't he his mother?" But now they're orphans? What? I don't
No,
know.
it's just it's weird. But again, I'm not the storyteller. This isn't the boys apparently. So he's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah. And, we totally cut it there, and, uh, it cuts to Mom and Nani, uh, kind of getting back to kind of like showing us what life has been like in Pakistan without her mom.
Yes. And mom says maybe it's time you move to America, which by the way, as I was thinking it, my first thought was xenophobia. I'm like, they're not gonna let her in. They're too racist.
Yeah. At this point, yeah,
I
they're
was
not
like,
gonna.
that is the most fictional aspect of this superhero show. Is
Yeah.
an immigrant moving to America
Yeah. Who's brown?
who's not white. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ugh. I'm sorry, that was my first thought. I don't know if that was yours, but it was
no,
like,
it was immediately my first thought, and the second thought was, do you know what? They have enough money to sponsor her,
probably,
and
yeah.
they worked hard for it, and I was like, oh fuck,
Hmm.
because it's like I watched my parents go through that to sponsor my grandmother.
To move to Canada?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like they raised money through the church, and we oh god, it was just such a slog, and then I'm like, oh, and that was back in the 90s.
Right.
So it's like, oh, 2020, yeah, dream on. Grandma's gonna be there with her boxes of caramels till she's dead,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
sad. Yeah.
But it's interesting though that I think are they trying to show us like Nani and Maniba, Kamala's mom, are they trying to like like flip a mirror to Nani's relationship with Maniba and then Maniba's relationship with Kamala? Like, are we supposed to be drawing parallels there, or am I just not picking up the right message? What are the purpose of these scenes with Nani and Maniba?
Right. Yeah, I think Nani was she saw the magic and believed it. And
Mm,
Maniba was like, no,
right.
you drove my father away with your crazy, what I perceive to be your craziness, and you drove me away, and you still acknowledge, you still aren't acknowledging the reason why you drove us away.
Hmm.
But the thing, and you still hold tight to it, and then you sent us a bracelet. So it was like a big F you.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're going to get one of those moments where the Dana Scully moment where she sees the aliens,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
and then she maybe doesn't believe because at first Dana did not believe.
Yeah, maybe Maniba will become a believer eventually. Maybe that's where we're going with this.
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
how do you look up at that building and not realize that that's your daughter up there? Like,
A mother knows.
yeah, a
A
mother
mother
knows,
knows.
another mother smells,
A mother smells. Yeah.
a mother feels it in her loins when her baby is in danger, and Kamala was like in danger a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, a little
Um,
bit.
and I think she kind of suspects it too because she's like, "Where were you at the wedding?"
Hmm. Yeah, like she's not stupid.
No.
She's not your average 9 to 5 gal. Like she sees things. She's
Yeah.
smart. So she must be putting this together.
Yeah, and she's like, "Hey, in this house we talk about Bruno,
Yeah,
and he seems
yeah.
to be making gadgets for you."
Yeah. Literally. Quite
Like he's
literally.
making gadgets for your dad. but he's definitely making gadgets for you.
Speaking of Bruno, Bruno's not in this episode,
Oh, I know, it made me sad.
and
I thought
neither
that maybe.
is I was gonna say neither is Amir or Kamala's dad, Yusuf. Neither of them are in it. It's just the Gorals. That's who's in this
Hmm.
episode. But I like
Yeah.
that. It was a nice change of focus, and like I didn't really miss any of them.
No, I didn't either, because there needed to be a focus sort of on mother and daughter. And there's a really strong, now that we're in Karachi looking for the train station, there is a really strong, like, matriarchal thing happening,
Hmm.
which is cool. And I feel like we might see Aisha,
Perchance to dream.
right? Because the other bangle is with Nani, is it not?
Right. I assume so. I don't
Yeah.
think she outright said it,
Yeah.
but
No. And how did her and not Waleed, the other kid, he with the cape, with the one that fights her.
oh, Kareem.
That's it. How did
Yeah.
her and Kareem escape that scenario? I can't even remember.
I mean, at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Well, they're fighting. They don't escape. They're fighting the clandestines, and Kareem kills one of them. Good job. And Najma, so the leader of the clandestines, stabs the bangle, and that's what sends Kamala
That's it.
into. It's kind of weird though that it's not quite a vision. It almost feels like it knocks her into the past,
Yeah.
or like maybe knocks her into the other. No, it wouldn't make sense to knock her into the other dimension because it's Karachi in 1898. So it's like the same world as ours. It just feels like the past. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm being probably like overly what's the word? Speculative about it, but I'm not quite sure if they sent her into the past or if it's just a vision she has. Is she physically there or is it just in her head? I don't know.
And also, yeah, I was like, no, no, I'm going to participate in speculation. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Mephisto shows up. It's
Sharon
Mephisto.
Sharon Carter is revealed as the big bad.
Remember those back in the day when we used to say things like that about these shows?
We were a little too clickbaity.
And now
Not
we're
really.
just like jaded.
Like, ugh.
We watched it. It was a show.
I mean, we say that, but I am enjoying Miss Marvel more than I am Moon Knight. I don't know your feelings, but that's where I'm at mentally.
Yeah, sorry, Josh.
Oh yeah, does he likes Moon Knight better, doesn't he?
Yeah, do you know what? There was a vibe happening in Moon Knight, and when that vibe, that Indiana Jones vibe, and he said it on last week's episode. He's like,
Hmm.
I really liked it too. He continued to like it, even though the vibe changed. But it's like, could you, if you just settled on Indiana Jones horror and stuck with a consistent
Theme.
aesthetic theme,
Yeah.
then I would have been like probably way happier with Moon Knight. But also, I wanted to see Moon Knight.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Moon Knight. Don't get me started. I already know where it's falling on the tier list when we make a 2022 tier list. The bottom.
Sorry, BB.
I also saw a tier list the other day and I almost sent it to you and I was like, that's perverse. But it was basically all of the male characters in the Scream franchise, and you had to tier what kind of underwear they probably wear. So if it's like briefs or boxers. And I was like, I think that's beautiful. I think we would love that.
Um, I mean, there's always room to branch out into new territory.
Are we? We're so weird. But yeah.
Which one doesn't wear underwear? I'm going with Winter Soldier.
We can only hope.
Oh, 100% Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk shreds it.
Yeah.
He
We're already
shreds
doing the tier list. It's open. I had pictures already.
it.
This was a fake out. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm
Surprise,
kidding.
this is the real episode.
No,
But
no
yeah.
link came through. Never mind.
Yeah.
Brent, are you surprising me for my early birthday?
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. No, I'm not that clever. Tier lists are hard. I'm not a real millennial. But anyways, that is episode 4.
Yeah. It
We have
is.
two more episodes. We're done Miss Marvel on July 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of cray.
Mm-hmm. It is. Uh, it's. I think it's going in a really good direction.
Do you think next episode will still be in Pakistan, or do you think they're going to bring it back to America?
Maybe they'll end in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they have to because all her family's there. We need like resolution with her fam and Bruno, Avi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he better go to MIT.
He better
Mm-hmm.
chase your dreams.
Yes. Also, he's older than Kamal because she doesn't seem to be applying to. Oh no, wait. This is like a accelerated program that he's been
Yeah,
fast tracked into. Okay,
it's like a
like a teacher.
special. Yeah.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I feel like that guidance counselor teacher who is helping Bruno maybe is a little like woke baity.
Woke Beatty. Oh,
Yeah,
I
he's super.
Jordan Firstman. Do you know him from Instagram?
No, should
Oh,
I?
he went viral during COVID. And like became like a huge thing on Instagram where he makes like impressions of things.
Oh.
He's very talented. I think I'm a little bit over that brand of comedy right now, just because
Mhm.
there's like it's one of those things where like fiction is not as strange as reality. So it's like some of it's now lost on me because I'm like, oh, the world is so much worse. But he's talented and he's a really good writer. I thought you were gonna say that he's gonna be a clandestine. I thought that's what you were gonna speculate, but that
Oh
doesn't
no,
make sense.
no. I
No.
just feel like his whole like he's got like
Yeah.
piercings like a crust punk. Not I'm not even millennials like have those things.
No, he's his own thing, but
Yeah.
he's a talented person, I will say. But
Yeah.
yeah, check him out on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't let this show fool you about who he is because it had me fooled. I was like, I don't know if I like this character. It's like, but I
Yeah.
guess I might like his Instagram.
You might understand his character more because I think they cast him because of his Instagram, to be honest. Which is a
Okay.
whole conversation within itself, but we won't
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I'm excited for next week. I'm always excited for Miss Marvel. Um, I can't wait. This is like the one of the best adaptations from the books into the show. I'm so excited for Iman Vellani. She's super adorable and
So cool.
charming, doing all of that American press. Even when you think she's going to say something weird for a young person, it's like, oh, that's so cute. Like Howie Mandel, did you see, I'm not sure if you've seen any clips or have been forced down your YouTube throat, but there was
Hmm.
this interview that she was doing with Howie Mandel where he was like, I'm from Markham too.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from Markham.
I didn't know that.
I forgot that he was Canadian. But
My God.
he was like, you're like a dream come true. This is amazing. Don't touch me, but you're a dream come true.
Oh yeah, he's like super germophobic, isn't he?
Yeah. He's
Yeah, I
still
knew
like
that.
6 feet apart from her on the couch. It was like, but he was like, what are the chances that like we're on the same show right now and we're both from Markham, Ontario?
It's wild.
Yeah, we're just living our small GTA city dreams.
Toronto shows up.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, also, more Weekend on the soundtrack, please.
Yes. Love the weekend.
Yeah. And like, mm, I know that Punjabi MC is kind of played out, but like they're still making music, so yeah. I've been
Please,
mm,
for your
oh,
consideration.
for your consideration. Uh if MIA and Punjabi MC would just do a joint together, that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Mhm. So you can listen to this episode again or the other past episodes on www.comicbooksyndicate.com or on Spotify or iTunes or iHeartRadio or Amazon Music or literally anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. Just search the Comic Book Syndicate Network or Full Volume Podcast and we'll be there.
We'll be there.
Yep,
With-
we'll be there.
Bells on.
Oh, yes. You may not hear them. Oh, I was going to make a Polar Express joke, but it wasn't landing in my head.
Boo. Until next time,
Keep it loud.
keep it at full volume. Bye-bye.
Bye.